Ever wondered how ancient Rome still shapes our world today? Welcome to Class Bites. Today, we're diving deep into the genius of Roman governance and law. The legacy of Rome is not merely carved in stone and scattered across the ruins of its empire. It is woven into the very fabric of modern governance and law. The Romans were architects of more than aqueducts and roads. They engineered a complex and enduring system of political and legal structures that would shape the course of Western civilization. This invisible architecture of power was built upon a delicate balance of authority and a profound respect for the written word, creating a framework that was both remarkably stable and capable of immense evolution over 1,000 years. At the heart of the Roman Republic was a sophisticated government designed to prevent the concentration of power in any single individual or group. It was a careful blend of three distinct elements, creating a system of checks and balances that inspired political thinkers for centuries to come. The executive authority rested with the magistrates, elected officials who served for limited terms, typically 1 year. At their apex were two consuls who acted as heads of state and commanders of the army. Below them, Praetors administered the courts, aediles managed the city's daily affairs, and quaestors oversaw the state treasury. A unique and powerful position was that of the Tribune of the Plebs, 10 officials elected by the common people, who held the extraordinary power of the Veto, allowing them to halt any action by another magistrate or the Senate. This political ladder, known as the Cursus Honorum, was structured with minimum age requirements, ensuring that officials gained experience as they ascended in rank, with a man needing to be at least 42 years old to stand for the consulship. The aristocratic counterweight to the elected magistrates was the Senate. This venerable body, initially composed of 300 members, which later swelled to 900 before being set at 600, was the repository of experience and tradition. Its members, all former magistrates, served for life, providing stability and continuity. While technically an advisory council, the Senate's influence, or auctoritas, was immense. It controlled state finances, directed foreign policy, and administered the vast territories under Roman control. Its resolutions, though not formal laws, were almost always followed, making it the true anchor of the state. The democratic element was expressed through the popular assemblies, where the Roman people exercised their sovereign power. The Centuriate Assembly, organized into voting blocks based on wealth, elected the highest magistrates and held the power to declare war, its structure heavily favoring the interests of the wealthiest citizens. The Tribal Assembly, organized by geographical district, elected lower magistrates. Finally, the Plebeian Council gave a voice to the commoners, electing their tribunes and passing resolutions that, after a tea reform, became binding on the entire populace, patricians and plebeians alike. This intricate political machine was operated by its citizens, but the concept of Roman citizenship, or civitas, was itself a complex and evolving idea. To declare, civis Romanus sum, I am a Roman citizen, was to claim a powerful set of rights and protections. Full citizens possessed the right to vote, to hold public office, to make legal contracts, and to enter into a lawful marriage. They were shielded from arbitrary punishment by the right to a trial and appeal. Citizenship could be acquired by birth into a legal Roman marriage, granted to loyal individuals or entire communities, or earned by non-citizen soldiers after 25 years of honorable service in the army's auxiliary forces. For much of Roman history, a tiered system existed, with Latins and other allies holding lesser rights, until in a landmark decree, citizenship was extended to nearly all free inhabitants of the empire, a move that simplified legal administration and expanded the tax base. The foundation upon this entire structure rested was Roman law, a system of jurisprudence so logical and comprehensive that it remains a subject of study today. Its origins were rooted in the people's demand for transparency. Early in the Republic, the plebeians, weary of the arbitrary rulings of patrician magistrates, agitated for a written code. The result was the 12 Tables, a set of laws inscribed on bronze tablets and displayed publicly in the Forum. This foundational text covered everything from court procedure to family law and property rights, ensuring that the law was known to all and applied equally. From this bedrock, the law grew through several channels. Written statutes were passed by the Assemblies, but a more dynamic source was the annual edicts of the Praetors. These magistrates would announce how they intended to interpret and apply the law during their term, creating a flexible body of precedent that could adapt to new social and economic realities. The Senate also issued influential decrees, and the interpretations of expert legal scholars, the jurists, profoundly shaped legal theory and practice. The Romans distinguished between jus civile, the law for citizens, and jus gentium, a law of nations, based on shared principles of reason applied to dealings with foreigners. In the courtroom, procedures evolved from a rigid formulaic system where the slightest verbal misstep could lose ace to a more flexible process guided by a magistrate's written instructions. Eventually, during the imperial period, this gave way to a state-run system where a single appointed official heard the entire case, investigated the facts, and delivered its judgment, introducing the critical possibility of appeal to a higher authority.
legal framework governed every aspect of life, including the family, where the pater familias, or male head of the household, held an immense power known as pater potestas over his descendants. Originally, this authority was nearly absolute, though its harshest aspects softened significantly over time. After a millennium of development, this vast legal heritage was preserved in a monument and undertaking commissioned by the Emperor Justinian.
His scholars compiled the Corpus Juris Civilis, or Body of Civil Law, a massive codification that distilled the wisdom of thousands of legal texts and imperial edicts. This work, comprising a collection of imperial laws, an encyclopedia of juristic writings, an introductory textbook, and new laws, became the cornerstone of the legal systems of continental Europe. Its principles echo in the modern world, from the fundamental concept that an accused person is innocent until proven guilty, to the legal distinction between public and private law, and the very idea of a corporation as a legal entity. The Roman experiment in government, with its separation of powers and its profound dedication to a system of laws, created a legacy that continues to inform our understanding of justice, rights, and civic order. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts or what you'd like to see next.